The US dollar, those green bills in your wallet, may seem like ordinary money. But what if we told you it's the most powerful financial tool the world has ever seen? From humble beginnings to becoming the bedrock of international trade, the US dollar didn't just become a currency, it became a weapon, a safety net, and a global benchmark. In this video, we'll uncover how the US dollar rose to dominate the global economy, why it still reigns supreme, and what might threaten its throne. 1. A modest beginning. The US dollar was officially created in 1792 with the Coinage Act, modeled after the Spanish dollar. It was just one of many currencies in the world, and not a particularly dominant one. 2. Gold-backed stability. In 1900, the US adopted the gold standard, giving the dollar international credibility by tying it directly to gold. It helped build trust in the currency. 3. World War I. Dollar steps. And as European economies drained their gold reserves during World War I, the US began lending gold and dollars to allies, marking the first real shift of global financial power toward America. 4. Bretton Woods, the turning point. In 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement made the US dollar the center of the global monetary system, pegging other currencies to it while the dollar remained pegged to gold. 5. Nixon shocks the system. In 1971, President Nixon ended the gold standard, shocking the world. Yet instead of losing trust, countries continued to rely on the dollar. Why? Because there was no better alternative. 6. The rise of the petrodollar. In the 1970s, the US struck deals with oil-rich nations to price oil exclusively in dollars. This petrodollar system forced nations to hold and trade dollars, boosting global demand. 7. Military and political influence. America's global military presence and alliances helped reinforce dollar dominance. Nations aligned with US power structures had incentives to use and trust the dollar. 8. Wall Street, a global finance hub. New York became the epicenter of global finance. With US capital markets offering safety, liquidity, and returns, foreign governments and investors poured money into US assets. 9. Dollar-denominated debt. Emerging markets and multinational companies often borrow in dollars. That means when they pay off debt or do business, they need more US currency, sustaining global demand. 10. Safe haven status. In times of crisis, economic crashes, wars, or pandemics, the world runs to the dollar. It's seen as the safest asset, and that psychological trust is key to its staying power. Fun facts you might not know. 60% of global reserves are still held in dollars. 90% of forex trades involve the dollar. Most international contracts are priced in dollars, from commodities to software deals. The US prints the world's problems and profits, literally. When more dollars are needed globally, the Federal Reserve gains massive influence. Challenges to dollar dominance. China's yuan is slowly gaining traction in trade. BRICS nations are experimenting with alternative payment systems. Digital currencies and crypto present decentralized alternatives. But despite these developments, no rival offers the stability, liquidity, and scale of the US dollar, at least not yet. Outro. The US dollar is more than just currency. It's the backbone of the global financial system. From oil trades to international loans, it touches nearly every corner of our interconnected economy. Will it stay on top forever? Only time will tell. But for now, the dollar rules the world. What do you think could truly challenge the dollar's dominance? Let us know in the comments, and check out our other videos on how money shapes our modern world.